All right, guys. Fed announcement here. They just announced the expected quarter point uh, cut, which was expected, didn't get the surprise. 0.5% looks like initially the market doesn't like that. So you can see here we're right in this range here heading into that. We've dipped a little bit. I mentioned this to you guys earlier that a lot of times that initial move is faded. So you get this initial move. At some point, you get a pop, which is fantastic for day trading. And on my other computer, I've got my day trading setup all set up here to look for that. But we'll see here now if that happens. And then after a while, we're going to look for a trend and see what kind of trend develops. Our current positions here, NOV is still a point and a quarter above our entry. FAS is still holding up above the 9. We entered here around 79.50. So I'm just monitoring this for anything that could be getting close to our stops. We're still ZM, still comfortably over our stop level. We got stopped out at Nugget. I still have that up here. This might look like a hot mess to you guys. I hope you can see it okay. BABA is at 174, so everything's holding on, and now maybe the fade is coming in here. We hit 300, pulling back up to 300 and a quarter now. We'll see if that fade comes in. What else here? I think that's all of the current positions that we have here. BABA, FAS. We got stopped out of Disney today. Just let me see what Disney's doing here because I was a little bummed out about that one, especially if it comes back and goes on trend. I'm really going to be kicking myself. But this is exactly what we were just talking about. So the fade is in. Give me a second here, guys. All right. So the fade looks like it might be in here. Now we're developing a range, and we'll see what happens going into the close. We basically have a low of 300, and then we've got the previous close where we were ranging before the Fed meeting, and then we've got this range in here. So we're going to watch all of these levels to see what kind of trend we get in the market. Now for most of your swing traders here, this does relate to some day trading stuff that you can do. We're not talking about that, but the reason it's important to us is this trend will help us with our current positions to know, if our stops are getting close, do we get out? Do we loosen our stops if we're hitting, near a stop level? What do we do with those? So that's the only reason I'm watching that range right now. We'll give it a few more minutes here. Otherwise, it's going to be like just sitting here and watching paint dry for our swings while it's much more exciting for the day trades. And we're still retesting that 300. So that initial, there was the fade, there was the initial pop, and now that looks like it might be faded here as we're dipping below 300. The Qs are down 0.25% as well, and we should quickly pull up IWM, which has been showing a little bit of relative strength recently, and it is right now as well. As we can see here, it's green. So I'm going to get off right now, but just know that we're watching for this range. We'll see how our positions handle their stop levels. If the stop levels don't get hit, obviously we'll stay with them. And we've got right now FAS. We've got a lot of room for these things. FAS is way down at 76, 4 points away. ZM is about 5 to 6 points away. BABA is right now 3 points away. So we're doing okay, and NOV is a ways away here. I mean, we're a ways away just from our entry level. So I would watch this if you can. Obviously, if you're working, just have your stops in. But watch this range here. Watch how these ranges hold up or break, and you can make decisions on your current positions. Going into the end of the day, if there's something really attractive, I might add one position. But remember, we've talked about this. Sometimes this first 2-3 days is really volatile, heading into Friday, and then we get the actual trend in the market next week. It looks like the fade is coming. That pop we were talking about is coming in again. So pay attention to that. Be patient. Maybe take a shot here and there. We've got a good focus list of stocks. Actually, let's go ahead and review some of these. I don't think I need to watch this too closely for our swings because we're not in danger of any stops being hit right now. So let me really quickly go over some of the stocks I like. I like Tesla, and we'll see how that's holding up well. Right at the 9, we talked about AMD testing that 50-day moving average as it broke down today. PayPal was putting in this hammer. Now, do we get a continuation? If it stays red like this, I would not enter those software stocks, testing their key support levels. So we're going to keep watching those. Oil, we do have the NOV position, so not too much to do with that. Facebook, we want to see a break of the 9. Twitter is actually at a decent entry where it is right now, as is Snap. And then SBUX, Starbucks, we'll watch for a test of the 9 EMA. Netgear was, Netgear was giving us a high tight flag breakout potentially, and is still at that level. So for a day that is supposed to give us fireworks, nothing has really changed since the open, and we'll continue to watch as we head into the close again for any trends to develop here within this range. All right, guys.